What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So I have to stand corrected. I stand corrected because I said that the Premier Boxing Champions, better known as the PBC, they pushed for this fight, the comeback fight, with the Truth, the former unified 3-belt WBA, WBC, IBF, welterweight world champion, now junior middleweight title contender after a 3-year layoff, Errol the Truth Spence Jr., superstar boxer who will be a Hall of Famer, who has 28 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout, since suffering that only loss to Terrence Bud Crawford in July of 2023. He's going to come back July of 2026 this year, exactly 3 years after his fight with Terrence Crawford. The first time we see him back, highly anticipated ring return. And he's going to face off against former WBO junior middleweight world champion, Australian star boxer, Tszyu, right? In Australia. Tszyu, I'm not happy about the fight being in Australia. I'm like, man, why is Errol Spence going all the way to Australia when the people in the United States are highly anticipating his ring return right here in the States to fight Tszyu, who's 27 wins, 3 losses, no draw, 18 wins by way of knockout. Twice in his career, he's been knocked out, right? So I'm like, why is he going over there? Because the PBC don't have a budget. They still don't have a budget. And they still have to put everything on pay-per-view to be able to recoup the money. But this is going to be promoted by Main Events of Tszyu's promotional company, right? And so Errol Spence says that the hardest part of the negotiations was just making sure that he got paid the money he was looking to get paid from Tszyu's promotional company. But more shockingly, Errol Spence, he states that he chose to put the fight in Australia because he wanted to go and get motivated, right? He said, I'm going to play the clip for you. He says that, you know, the fact that, you know, the fans are going to boo him, you know, it's like Spartan, right? You going into the lion's den in somebody else's backyard, and, you know, it takes the nerves away. And seeing as though he's been out the ring for 3 years, he wants to be in a situation where it takes the nerves away quickly, right? He admits that, you know, PBC was trying to put the fight on at AT&T Stadium, at Dallas Cowboys Stadium, or in the States, and he opted to go and told him, nah, he don't want to fight in the States, his comeback fight. He want to go to Australia. So he chose to go to Australia. So I stand corrected. My apologies to the PBC, Kenny Bahari, you know, for, you know, stating that, you know, financially they had to force Errol Spence to go to Australia, you know, because they don't have the budget, right? And so they showing that Errol Spence is showing, yeah, they I don't know if they had the budget or not, but it was his choice to go to Australia. Many fans are not happy that it's going to Australia. His hardcore boxing fans like Jalen, shouts out to Jalen, you know, she's disappointed. I was disappointed that he's going all the way to Australia. The world wanted to see the anticipated ring return of Errol Spence and be able to go to his fight and watch it. You know what I'm saying? So his fan base, especially in Texas and in New York, they ain't going to Australia. I could bet you 95% of the fans ain't going to Australia. They ain't going to the Down Under. But they get to watch it on TV. You know what I'm saying? So Errol Spence said he's doing this for himself, right? Not for anybody else, not for the fans, not for his family, solely for himself. And he's you know, he's looking to, you know, make a statement against Tszyu, right? And he chose this. He chose to go to Australia. and make this fight happen. Not nobody else. This was his choice, right? I'm sure Tszyu and his team was pushing for that as well. But, man, let's listen to what Errol Spence had to say about this, man. Interesting.
With Jamal, you know, he likes Savannah Holyfield and guys like that.
Also, another thing is he discussed, before we get into that, he discussed, you know, the parting ways with well-renowned trainer who he'd been with his entire career, Derrick James. And he also states that it was stale in a nutshell, right? He didn't get better. He didn't improve. He didn't move his head. He was the same fighter from the amateurs. Derrick James didn't improve him, right? Derrick James didn't benefit him. He didn't elevate him. He did this interview with Sean Porter. Shouts out to Sean Porter. And he said that, you know, essentially Derrick James didn't improve me. He said, listen, you watch my fights in the amateurs and watch my fights as a pro. I'm 34 and 35 years old. It's the same guy. It's the same rhythm. It's the same 1-2 followed by the 3. No head movement. It's the same thing. I didn't benefit. I didn't improve, right? So he's not happy about that. But let's listen to what he had to say right here, right? We're going to get into it.
Yeah, but, you know, he incorporates the jab. He incorporate, you know, more head movement.
So he's talking about Ronnie Shields.
You know, no knock to Derrick, but, and, no knock to Derrick, but I feel like he took me as far as he could take me. Because if you study fights, if you look at myself in the amateurs and you look at me when I first started professional, what can you truly say that changed about me when I got older, when I'm 35, 34, and nothing changed. Like, I'm still doing the same thing, 1-2, 1-2-3, same rhythm, you know, still throwing my punches the same and everything. So I just feel like he got me to a certain level, and, you know, he had maxed out. He couldn't take me any further, and I feel like when I'm in the gym running, it feels like it's just brand new, like I'm brand new at the gym. Like I'm just learning different things, I'm working on different things, and I felt like I needed it. I felt like, you know, a lot of fighters, they try to be, you know, too loyal, and then you try to stick it out with a person, and you know you should leave that person, but, you know, I'm gonna stay with them, be loyal to them, this and that, but, you know, things happen for a reason. Now we're running, I feel like he's gonna show that I got way better and I definitely improved. It was easy for me. I was like, yeah, I want to fight Tszyu. I'll fight Tszyu in Australia, because, you know, they wanted it. They were trying to get me to fight at maybe Cowboy Stadium or in America, but I was like, nah, I'd rather have my first fight back, you know, somewhere else. And, you know, it came up, Tszyu, and I was like, I'll definitely take that fight. Man, I really don't care. I mean, I'm excited. I dream about stuff like this, man. You know, it kind of give me chills now, coming out and everybody booing. They get me more pumped up than anything. People booing, throwing stuff, you know, angry. That really takes the nervousness out of me. Like, I'm not nervous anymore. Like, people booing and saying things and yelling and screaming. That's like the movies to watch as kids, old Spartan movies and stuff. Like, you going to war. So, you know, it gives me a high. I'm definitely happy, and I'm excited to come out and just, you know, get the fans' negative reactions and feed off of it. Mm-hmm.
So you heard it there from the champ himself, right? As far as the fight itself, I think that Errol Spence is going to stop Tszyu. I think that Errol Spence is going to show that he does have versatility. He did mention also that, you know, he stayed active, you know what I'm saying? He picked up soccer, and he got a trainer in soccer, and he think that that's going to help him with his foot movement. And as well as, you know, his ability to get his head off the line. And on top of that, you know, being with Ronnie Shields. So I think he's going to stop Tszyu. I think he's going to stop. I've been saying that for a minute, but I definitely think that he's going to stop Tszyu. in the late rounds, 9th or 10th round. Can't wait. I can't wait. Absolutely can't wait, man. But let me know what y'all think about it, man. I know fans was disappointed, but Errol Spence said he chose the Rocky 4. I want to go get away from all the distractions. Remember Rocky was fighting Ivan Drago? I need to get away from all the distractions. I want to go to Russia and fight him. I want to go to Russia and train. That's the approach Errol Spence is taking. What y'all think about it? Let me know. Drop a comment in the comment section. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.